there were 32. Not names, not voices, not faces, but fires. Flickers of footballing fervor, flares of opinion, identity, and the kind of passion that only the beautiful game can provoke. And from day one, when Pamela felled Miracle and Shadrach smote Habib, this contest was baptized not in ease, but in thunder. We have crossed 5 mighty battlefields. We have seen Mimi mesmerize, Victor edge, John outwit, and Favor flourish. We've watched Prosper punch through pressure. Let me take that again. We've watched Prosper punch through pressure, and Cherish charm the crowd with a teenage tenacity far beyond his years. Victories carved with eloquence and fire. We have heard poetic minds like Favor, warriors like Remy, sages like Phenom, and artists like Charles Max spill their arguments like symphonies. And though Abisola and Desmond did not emerge victorious yesterday, their performances were so electrifying, so precise, they could have won 4 out of 5 battles on any other night. Warriors of words and wit whose losses felt like the world tilting off center. And yet, for every fan that rose, another was forced to kneel. For every victor, a vanquished. Ayo survives. Darlington is no more. Newell stands redeemed. Afiz bows in silence. And so today, and through the evening, this first chapter, this opening act of the epic, comes to its glorious crescendo. Battle Day 6 is not just another day. It is the final note in the overture, the last stretch of the round of 32. And it begins now, not with whispers, but with the war drums of destiny. 8 more fans will step forward. 4 shall triumph. 4 shall stumble. And from the 4 who fall, only 2 shall rise again, chosen not by judges, but by you, the audience, the unseen sovereigns of this Colosseum of sound. And the curtain shall fall on the round of 32 tonight. Tomorrow, new alliances will form. The round of 24 will rise. But today, we honor the voices that dared. So sharpen your arguments, tighten your laces, warm up your applause, for the final battles of the first round await. This is not the end. This is the end of the beginning. So welcome to Battle Day 6 of Fan Battle 4. Let glory write its name. Let the final notes ring. Yes, let the battle begin. last night, or all through yesterday, on Fan Battle, drama everywhere you turned. From the first salvo, this happened. So by split decision, 86 points to 85. Congratulations to our winner, Victor Adeyemi Atoyebi. Congratulations, man. How do you feel? Are you surprised you won?
No, I'm not surprised, bro. It's about I'm just feeling for him because I know the preparation and his hard work. This thing too. I mean, congrats to him too. So,
all right.
It's just mixed feelings for me.
Okay. Victor victorious. Jeff vanquished. But was only the opening salvo of what was to come. There was a whole lot more. Bringing the total to 85 points to 77 for your winner. And jumping straight to the round of 24. Congratulations. Favor Basi Agom Son. Congratulations, Favor. This has been emotional for you.
Man, well done. Well done.
Yeah.
Like you heard from my introduction, keeping it simple. When I came for
Yeah.
Sorry. At the audition, it was just the lesson I took home, and it's been on me. So even to this point, from my preparation to this very point, the intention was to keep it simple. The intention was to keep it simple and still make sense out of simplicity. Thanks to the judges at the audition.
Favor fought not just Edwin, but the tears. And yes, it was only halfway through the drama that ensued yesterday. Up stepped John and Abisola. 10-7 for John. That was the difference. For a grand score of 85 to 82. It is by split decision, but just enough. Congratulations. Your winner is John Faleye. Congratulations, John. Congratulations. How are you feeling? Don't cry in my studio.
No, I'm not going to do like favors. But the thing is, I saw her downstairs and she was all smiley and all of that. And I was looking at her and telling myself, I've heard 2-3 ladies so far, and I knew what they did here. So I'm not going to fall for all of this sheepish face and all of that. And it was evident. I mean, I really was expecting how she was going to come up. I did not know it was going to be this feisty.
And then came the biggest, brightest battle of them all, arguably so. Charles and Desmond to close out the night. It all comes down to Chuma's second round. He scores it 10-8 for your winner by split decision, a 2-point difference, 86 in total to 84. Congratulations, Charles Shegun Oshodi. Brilliant battle. Brilliant battle. Just within the margins. Congratulations, Charles Marks. How do you feel?
I feel a bit of relief.
What a night. What a night. The reaction to that final score will live in lore. And something that I'd want to see again and again and again. But even then, we're only just starting. There's much more where all of that came from. And it starts right here, right now. Before that, let me say welcome to our fine panel of judges who will work hand in hand with me to ensure that the night is great, the day is great, the night is even greater, and the results are reliable. Let's say welcome to the lead judge and the night, The Voice. How are you doing, Baba?
Yeah, great to be here again, Femi. It's a great pleasure. Incredible run we have had, but like you just said, I mean, the fire is building up. We can feel it. Lagos can feel it. Nigeria is feeling it. And it's only getting better from this point on. So we're set for another marathon. Let's get the job done like we've always done. Best wishes to everyone who will come out here to fight for themselves, their families, and the people that they love. This is beyond just a battle. For many of these young stars, for many of these minds, this is a significant part in their life, and you never know. People go for competitions like this and it awakens something in them, not just in this field but in their lives generally. So all the best, and let the best men or women get it on the day.
Thank you, Tony. Ozo Francis Namani is watching live from Amagunze in Enugu State. He says good afternoon from here and keep up the good work, and we greet you right back. Judge number 2 for the night, the one, the only, Overdose. How are you doing, bro?
Oh, man. What can I say? This is where knowledge meets passion, to be honest. Fan Battle 4 has it all, and the elders say when two elephants fight, it's the grass that suffers. But this is not about suffering. Far from it. It's about celebrating both those who are standing and those who have fallen, and the fans as well. So once again, I'm here, hoping that I'll be giving some palm wine at the end of the day, somehow, to appease the elders, because the elders love to drink palm wine. So
for your services to humanity.
But anyways, yes indeed, of course, I've enjoyed the showcase of talent. I've enjoyed the argumentative prowess of the contestants. I've enjoyed getting in some knowledge myself, even though I feel that there are areas where some of them, if not most, should have done better. But well, your introduction sets the stage for an exciting competition yet again, so I'm looking forward to every bit of it. Lagos, Nigeria, the world, here we are. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you too. And now to the last of the 3 judges, but by no means the least, matter of fact, from where I stand, the greatest of them all. Queen Lizzie, welcome to the broadcast.
Hi Femi, it's great to be here. It was an interesting yesterday. It's been an interesting week of brilliance, knowledge, fun. I've seen depth, I've seen breadth, and I've seen people come out and really defend why most people will tell you that football is the king of all sports, and the brilliant arguments we've gotten from the contestants is proof of that. Well, it's Sunday, so let's feast.
Let's feast, she says, and feast indeed we shall. So what do we have as our opening offer, or opening offering to the elders? He comes from the engine rooms of football thought, the student of the sport, driven by clarity, conviction, and cold statistics. Here's Peter, the voice of reason, the bearer of balance. Facing him is Ben, the volcano of voice, erupting with statistics and storytelling. You would think he's got a thunderous voice. It's not about the sound of the voice, but it's about what you do with it. A Premier League purist with fire in his tone and fury in his facts. Will be an interesting day to host these individuals. So let's officially go through their data and data points as we welcome these two to our studios this lovely day. And here's how I'd like to start. In the blue corner is Benjamin Dicey, his full name. His friends call him Ben Prolific. He teaches. Is a Real Madrid fan globally and an Ikorodu FC fan locally. Lagos, Nigeria, the rest of the world. Welcome, Ben. Thanks for coming on to the broadcast, Ben.
Thank you, sir. It's my pleasure to be here.
It's my pleasure to host you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. Where do you teach?
First Blossom College at Ojota.
Ojota. But where do you live?
I live at Maryland.
Maryland. Okay. Brilliant. All right. It's good to have you.
Thank you, sir.
His opponent. He's a medical admin officer. He supports Chelsea globally and Remo Stars locally. His friends call him Peter Rock. For the sake of this contest, we will just call him Peter. But his full name is Peter Ayorinde. Welcome, Peter.
Pleasure. Happy to be here.
I'm excited for you too. I need you to hug your microphone.
Yeah.
If you don't want Ben to shout you out of existence. All right, are you good to go?
Yes, sir.
Brilliant. Where do you stay, Peter?
Anthony.
You stay at Anton.
I never knew he was my neighbor.
You never knew you guys are close that close.
Yeah, I thought he stayed quite far back. I never knew.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Yeah. So you're a medical admin officer. Where do you work?
I work at we consultant.
Okay.
So I'm into softwares.
Okay.
And we manage a lot of other hospitals.
All right. Brilliant. Brilliant. Welcome to the battle, both of you. You know the rules. Lagos. By now, you probably know the rules. These two men will go at it over 3 rounds. The first round will be the introductory part of it, where they get 2 minutes each. Then we throw them into the banter battle round for 5 minutes or more or less, depending, where they go at each other. It's a battle. They will fight. But at the same time, too, even during fights, people manage to hear themselves. And then we'll come back to the closing rounds, 2 minutes for each of them, at the end of which the judges will determine who won. The judges are scoring every round, awarding 10 points to him whom they are judged to have won the round, and 9 or less within the margins of 7 and 9 to whoever lost. If the judge feels it's a draw, they'll give you both 10-10. We'll do that for every round, and then we'll collate the rounds. We'll share our thoughts, our advice to you, and then we'll score you. And then it's over. You win, you progress to the round of 24. You lose, your fate hangs in the hands of the audience, who will decide whether they want to vote to keep you in the contest or bid you bye. We've done that to 4 people already. It breaks the heart, but that is the reality on ground. For those of you who might be joining for the first time and you're wondering how you could vote and take charge of the fate of your favorite contestant, it's ficket.com fan battle. Thicket. It's spelled Fikets. Thickets.com/fan battle. It's there on the live stream because we're live streaming on Facebook. We're also live streaming on YouTube. You go to the live stream, click on the text, you would see the link there. Just click and vote for any of these others. You can buy them a ticket. And you can vote as many times. Buy them 100 tickets. Buy them 1,000 tickets if you would. Okay? It is that simple. Let's get into this battle. Gentlemen, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
For 2 minutes. The motion proposer is Ben. And the motion is, has the revamped 36-team league phase format made the Champions League more competitive? Ben says yes. Peter will say no. Ben, for 2 minutes, open your account. Your time starts now.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, our able judge, and our esteemed audience. My name is Ben, and the topic before me says, as the revamped 32 league phase of the Champions League made it competitive, my answer is yes, and an emphatic yes. The newly introduced Champions League format for the 2024-2025 season has introduced more competition and excitement. And here are my points. Now, in this new Champions League format, it has brought in more competition. Every game you play determines your position on the table. When you win, you go up the table. When you lose, you come down the table. Unlike the previous format, when you play, no matter the result, you are still the same position. Number two, there are no walkovers. Now you have to play to win every match. Unlike before, where you have a group of 4 teams and then you have a smaller team, and then teams like Real Madrid, they will just beat those smaller teams home and away and they qualify. Now there are no walkovers. Reason number 3 is you have to prepare for every game. Unlike before, you have just 6 matches to play, 3 home and 3 away. You can decide to focus on your own matches and decide to do whatever you would like away. But now you have to prepare for every game because every game determines your position on the table. Number 4, more matches for the fans. Now we have more matches. Unlike before where we have only 6 matches, we have 8 matches now. That was what even make it more interesting. More matches for the fans, more matches at home. That is 4 matches at home and then 4 matches on an away ground. Number 6, now more revenues for the clubs. Every participating clubs know that they will make more revenue because you have more tickets, you have the bigger boys coming, you have more tickets to be sold and all that. So it's more competitive now than ever.
Right. He's made his point. You heard Ben, his opening gun for 2 minutes. We will now give 2 minutes to his opponent, Peter, to open his own account. Peter, are you ready?
Thank you very much. Competition. What competition means is that when one or two teams or 2 individuals, when they face each other and they work with intensity, with what aim? That is the aim to be the ultimate winner. That is what competition means. And because of that, you are now talking about, as this new format made the competition more competitive. And we know fully well that in football, there are some micro important points that makes a competition what it is. And when 2 teams face off, we are talking about the grit, the friction. So who has the upper hand in that climb? And after that, you will not get a result. And it's the person that has the upper hand that will surely be there. And I can tell you boldly, with all due respect to you, to what you have said, it is not more competitive. So because of that, I'll say good afternoon to you and also to the judges. As far as I'm concerned, I believe that this current format is not more competitive. First of all, you have the issue of too many games. In football, there is an important fact that attrition in physical statures of players can be a very big detriment. Because of that, by the time they get to the field, it's a lot of problems when, to really bring forth what they have practiced. And for the fact that they are playing two extra teams, they are playing in the previous group stages from 2023 to 2024 down below. They played just 3 teams in their group, making 6 games. But right now they are playing 8 games, at least 8 games within the group, and that is a lot of attrition physically. So you also have the fact that there is no credibility in the group. This current system is using a Swiss model, whereby there is just a tag robin that is being thrown, rather than you meeting the people that are already being placed. So there is no credibility. Another point is that you have a set whereby you have a set of teams in your group that you don't even know who you are going to meet. So at the end of the day, you can't really know the people that you are going to really face. And that doesn't give time for planning. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Peter. Opening rounds done. Well done. We will now go straight to the banter round before we take a break. All right? Build on the conversation. Peter, you will open the floor, or it's a banter. For 5 minutes, let's go.
Yes. At the moment, we know the winner, PSG. But guess what? What rank do you think PSG was during the group?
They finished 15th. That was what they finished in the group stage.
Okay, so because of that, can you now say that it is a bit different from what has been there before?
Yes, it is competitive. PSG, who were the eventual winners, finished 15th. And this is a PSG before that you expect them to finish on top their group or second in their group. Now they finished 15th. And I also take you on that. Where did Real Madrid finished? They finished 11th. These were the former defending champions. They finished 11th. If it's not competitive, why will they finish 11th?
But I can also tell you that at the end of the day, it's not just about just the attrition of the players or what you are saying. It's also about the views of the viewers, what the viewers' perspective really means. And
so
as
what
far
is the viewer's perspective? What is the viewer's perspective?
Because over 20 million viewers are really dipped. The dip compared to last year's. As a last year, you have 145 million viewers.
One of the matches that generated the most earnings was PSG against Arsenal. That match generated over 30 million views. So if it wasn't competitive, how come so many people watch PSG against Arsenal or Barca against Inter? That was one of the highest generating matches of all time.
You're just mentioning
Barcelona against Inter, second leg, that match generated over 60 million views.
In total, 145 million people saw the competition throughout in total last year alone. Last year, when I mean last year, I'm talking about 2023 to 2024. This year there was a dip. Why? Because there was a lot of
you are not correct at all.
And people really fed up with the kind of things that they were watching.
No, they are stars.
And
you are not
again,
correct.
there were a lot of games that were almost very needless.
You are not correct.
And another point,
how is it needless?
Another point, because I will tell you why.
UEFA sat down and looked at it that this former Champions League format is no longer interesting. You have 4 teams in a group. Out of those groups, you have 2 teams that are weak, and you just have Real Madrid go for away game against Bet Borisov and those win that team. And that is a guaranteed 6 points.
That is not a guaranteed 6 points.
Now, they don't have to guarantee 6 points anymore. You have to fight and play for your points. You have to fight and play for your points. It's just like you in a class. In a class of
Mr.
30,
Desmond,
you are coming first.
This is not a class.
They took you to a school of
this is 40. A league.
You are coming 10th.
Sir,
is that not competitive? Because
in a league,
the people you are sitting down with, they don't read anymore. And so now you know that you are relaxed because the people you are competing with in that class of 30, they don't read. Your dad took you now to a class where you have 40 students.
Are you not saying that PSG only faced
and you came 10th? What does that tell your dad? That in that school that you were before, you are no longer serious.
PSG faced a lot of weak teams. If that is your point, they face a lot of weak teams, yes.
Where did Stade Brestois finish? Stade Brestois, yes, they are talking about. They finished 13th. And then you are saying they are weak.
And the winner played Brestois and they scored at least 4 goals past them. So where's the competitiveness in that? And apart from that, there are a lot of games whereby during every game, the average runners, the average runners
if it wasn't competitive, we
run at least 10 kilometers.
For the first time, the big boys have to wait till the last day for them to qualify.
That is not
the big boys have to wait for the last day. Okay, why did they wait till the last day? Before Real Madrid will qualify with a game to spare. Bayern will qualify with a game to spare.
So didn't they qualify?
will qualify with a game to spare.
Why did it qualify?
Yes, they qualified. Man City qualified 22nd position. So can you imagine?
Tell me
22nd position for Manchester City.
For Manchester City,
Man City that will qualify with a game to spare, and Pep Guardiola will use his academy boys to play the last match. They qualified with on the last day, and they have to rely on a win.
Mr. Desmond, this has happened before. This is on the first time. So football has not changed.
Yes, but UEFA wants you to watch those matches.
But is it more competitive as
yes,
it is not competitive. No, it is not, sir. I bet
it is not competitive.
Do you know the reason why? Because at the end of the day, we saw games that were less intensive.
How many of those matches were less intensive? How many?
I'm saying that
in the group stage, in the group stage, you saw Inter versus Arsenal.
Because of more games. Because of more games, sir. Because they are playing more games. The competition started in autumn, and normalcy began when spring began. That is from February downwards. By then, you see.
So by December, we were not watching exciting matches.
No, they were playing. But guess what? By the time it came to the later part of the stages,
so will you not say the World Cup? The World Cup is boring when it gets to the semi-final stage.
The physical exhaustion was very evident in many of the games. It is absolutely true.
Did you see Barca's energy against Inter Milan? Was that not competitive? A game that had 3-3 score line. What do you call that? A game that had 3-3 score line. What do you call that? Is that not competition?
Sir,
a game that had 4-3 score line. What do you call that?
But we have also seen 7-5, 7-10 in so many times in aggregate scores.
So what do you call that now?
Football.
In a class test and you scored 76 and you came first. Is that competition?
It is not new.
You need to raise up your game.
It is not new. It doesn't make it more competitive.
It is not new. So in a class that you scored 76% and you came on and you came first, what do you call that?
The next question, somebody was scoring 90.
Yes. So you need people to be scoring 90 for you to raise up your game. That is what UEFA did.
Thank you, gentlemen. Spirited, bright, gratified. We'll take a break. We'll be back. The fans have fought with passion and fire, their best they brought. The banter was bold, the debates were tight, each word a weapon, each match a fight. But now it's bigger, the stakes much higher, the battle returns and it's full of fire. Fan Battle 4 with Femi and the Gang on 99.3.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio.
Salon, we raise the game with Gloriana and a shot at fame. Think you've got what it takes to score? Then step right up. It's time for more.
Fan Battle 4 starts Tuesday, June 3rd through July from 7 p.m. weekdays on Nigeria Info.
Fan Battle 4. Let the battle begin.
Hi guys, I'm Peter Drury, football commentator, and you are hanging out with Femi and the Gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info FM.
You get what you sign up for when you join the dial.
We always feel victim to every situation.
Why did Ghana reject the concussion of the Western boy to their country?
Why do you think a president will just go in and feel like he's a king?
Get some excitement to go with it.
Teams in the Premier League is vastly improving.
When you have a relationship that has no name,
you won't be entitled.
All in a bid to give you great talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Let's talk.
Hi guys, I'm Peter Drury, football commentator, and you are hanging out with Femi and the Gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info FM.
Yes, the battlefield gets hotter and hotter. Here came Ben, a voice thundering with purpose, unrelenting and raw. And here came, with cool calculation, Peter, a scholar of stats and sentiment. They introduced themselves to us and they went head to head. And now they get to close. And in the end, one will fly, one will fall. We'll find out soon enough. Let's go to the closing rounds. You've got 2 minutes each. Ben and Peter. As the proposer, Ben, you get to go first. Your 2 minutes are locked and ready and loaded. Let's go.
Okay, let's look at how this team finished in the 2024-2025 Champions League. First, Liverpool. Second, Barcelona. Third, Arsenal. Fourth, Inter Milan. Fifth, Atletico Madrid. Then sixth, we have Bayer Leverkusen. Seventh, just like that. But let's look at where the big boys finished. 11th position, we have Real Madrid, who lost 3 matches, won 3 and draw 2. Also followed by Bayern Leverkusen, Bayern Munich, 12th. Even the defending champions the eventual winners of the Champions League, which is PSG, they finished in the 15th position. And somebody said that's not competitiveness. The other big boys, as they call themselves, Bayern Munich, Juventus finished in the 20th position. And then Manchester City finished in the 22nd position. All these big boys virtually have to go through the knockout playoffs. And they were fortunate because they played against the seeded team in the knockout playoff. That was how they got to the second round and the quarterfinals. And we are saying this is not something that is competitive. The president of UEFA, Alexander Safari, looked at this thing over the years, and it was looking like this Champions League is becoming boring. We just have teams that will just come and do a walkover. We just have Real Madrid, Manchester City, Bayern Munich, Liverpool, all doing walkover over the smaller teams. And then we call that a Champions League. No, it is not. We need teams to up their game. We need every team to play every game as if it's a final. And that is what you call competition. You study your books, not a student that will not just read, go to an exam and pass and say you are going to a school. No. Prepare for every match. Prepare against a different opponent. Put in your best and win your matches. Not having... Sorry.
All right. Always land. Always land. Thank you very much. That was a beautiful closing. We'll now move to Peter for his closing. And Peter, I will load up 2 minutes for you like I did Ben. Are you ready?
Sure, sir.
Your 2 minutes start right now.
During the times of the Galacticos, Lyon was doing a lot of number on Real Madrid. So this is not the first time such things is happening. So football has always been competitive, and this year is not any better. Please listen attentively now. Just give me the permission to read it out. Borussia Dortmund vs. Lisa Warsaw, 8-4 aggregate 2016, 12 goals. Bayern Munich Diamond Zagreb 2024, 9-2, 11 goals. Benfica Barcelona 2025, 4-5 aggregate, 9 goals. PSG Maccabi Haifa 2022, 9 goals in all total. Manchester City RB Leipzig 2021, 9 goals. I've mentioned about 5 matches in the last 5 years of high droppings, and 3 of them were in this season. So where's the competition? 3 seasons, 5 years, but just 3 of them have high droppings of a lot of margins, and you call that competition. And we must understand very well also that there is a big point. There's a big point that people always look out for. Are this game boring? Is it quality? Is it a quality matchup? And is there really value in really watching it? And at the end of the day, we find out that a lot of these games causes a lot of tiredness, and by the time they get to the league, there is actually nothing nearly to play for. In competitiveness, there is a need for head-to-head, whereby just a single round robin, whereby just play a single game, and you don't have the opportunity to hit the second point. There is no home and away. So where is that competition whereby you want to test the same opponent in your place? That is not competition enough. That is not a proper face off. Imagine only you arguing with yourself. That is not proper. Apart from that also, there are situations whereby a proper league that is being faced off, you don't determine it because of just one matchup. And also, the teams who are in the old system whereby you have a third place team, that third place team also have something to fight for, which is the Europa League. That is no longer there. So by the time they are playing their games, they have nothing to fight for. So whoever is looking for something always gets it, and that is easy meat for them. Is that competition? That is not.
Thank you very much. Brilliant, brilliant minds, brilliant battle, brilliant debate. It's finally ended. The judges are putting pen to paper. You'll find out how this went in just a bit. We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. You may want to join the live stream and follow us and drop your comments. Tony will be looking out for some of the early comments, and so we can share with you guys. But what a battle we've had. You can also drop your comment via our WhatsApp number. That's 08095975805. 08095975805. We'll be looking for some of those comments and sharing with the audiences. Remember to, one of these two debaters, one of these two battlers will progress automatically to the round of 24. The other, well, whoever falls in this debate will have to depend on you, the audience, to vote them into the next round. And you would have a choice to make between the loser of this battle and the loser of the next battle to come right after this. That will be an interesting battle. You would see Slim and Adeshola, one of two ladies who will be battling tonight. They will be interesting to see what the ladies have got to. As a matter of fact, the next two battles back to back will have ladies. We'll have one lady in each of them. So we'll see how it goes. Pay attention as we come with the results in just a bit. Do we have any comments yet, or should we start by hearing from the judges? Who wants to go first? Who has a thought to share for the benefit of these individuals? Overdose?
Yeah, thank you very much. Once again, a very spirited fight, I must say, between Ben and Peter. And at some point, really, I was, just checking my phone to actually confirm the numbers, really. And yeah, I feel both of them did the homework, bringing the stats and also speaking with conviction. But again, I would really tilt, to a point where I just feel that they should have done more, especially in the banter round, the second round. I feel that they should have, actually done more, in terms of convincing us. But, in an argument, you never can tell which way to swing. But I want to say that it was good. I mean, for Ben particularly, I like the part where he talked about the fact that when they take you to a school and you are coming first, and then they take you to another school and then you come seventh, that really is competition. And that's true, because I've experienced it firsthand. I thought I was a big fish in one secondary school until they changed my secondary school. Then I knew I had to sit up. So definitely I actually got that point. And then again, Ben's point of too many games and make the players tired. So in all, I just felt that both contestants really gave all. But as always, I've given you my scorecard, so they'll have to find out what it is from you. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. Appreciate it. Overdose. Queen Lizzie?
Okay, well, like I would always start and say, well done. It's never easy to argue anything. But there was something that stood out to me. The opening was good, but also the banter round. And this is for Peter. The fact where he kept saying there was exhaustion. He wasn't really backing it up for me. Like, there were injury stats that you could have given. There were nothing. So there were more. You were saying things that were there, but you were not necessarily backing it up with any stats. So it's easy for you to say people were tired. How do you know people were tired? You could have said the quality of play, mentioned one or two games that the quality of play was really bad in comparison to how these two teams played in the last Champions League. I would have liked that. Then also in your closing, when you were talking about, when you mentioned the teams and all of the stats, I think a point that you guys neglected was the finals. That was since 1960. That is the highest final goal margin. Before it was 4-0, except in 1960 that Real Madrid won about 7-3. see? So that was like a goal waiting for you to capitalize on it and say, these were two big teams playing the finals. You could have expected more, but look at where they are coming from. So it's easy. So they were like those missed moments. But I feel like when you say things, like when you make a blanket statement, especially in a debate, especially in an argument, you need those stats to back it up. It will nudge you towards winning than just open. Yeah, people were tired. What's the proof that people were tired? I felt that could have been done. And also for Ben, I feel like your closing picked up when you quoted the UEFA president. You should have started from there and then piggyback other things on it. So it's very important to know where to start. You don't wait till it's almost over to go bam. It's a closing. You go bam right from the beginning, and then you've given us that thing, and then you put other things under it. But when you start from the beginning and then there's a faltering, you're repeating yourself, sorry again, it kind of, when the tempo picked up after that, and I wished you had started your closing from that point. But well done. It's not easy to battle anything.
Thank you very much. Tony?
For me, I don't know. This is one of those battles where it feels like it's not touching a realm for me. Yeah, all right. But holistically, in terms of the number of points, even though they could have been more elucidated upon and backed up, but let me just say something which will apply for both of you. The topic says, has the revamped 36 team league phase format made the UCL more competitive? The point of reflection is things that have happened in the just gone by season that have not always happened. All right, so you have to look at the uniqueness down from the results to the knockout phase to the final. Lizzie talked about that. To the number of teams, in quote, mid-table teams or small-sized teams that got big victories. I needed more examples. That has to be your point of reflection. All right. I thought that, yes, I got points, but they were all over the place for me. All right. There were so many things which I should have jotted down. From Peter's point of view, some things that you said which weren't correct as well. But overall, I think it was a decent battle. All right, it was a decent battle, and I will not give out my score. Femi will do that, but for me, I just don't think it touched a place I wanted it to go in the definiteness of the argument. There were points. Don't get me mistaken. There were points, but I didn't think it was driven. I didn't think it got home as much as I would have. But Ben gave me more points overall. He raised more points, but was he able to bring it home? I don't know. So we will have to wait and see what the outcome looks like. But well done, guys, and all the best.
Thank you very much. So here is the decision by the judges. Judge Overdose votes this 10-9, 10-9, and 10-10. The third round was a draw. But 10-9, 10-9 in the first and second round, advantage Ben. Judge Lizzie voted 10-9 in the first round for Peter, 10-8 in the second round for Ben, and 10-8 in the third round for Peter. It's a total of 28 for Peter, 27 for Ben, reducing the lead by Ben to just 1 point. Judge Tony the Voice votes it 10-8 in the first round, 10-9 in the third round, but a draw in the second. And both advantages going to Ben for a total of 30-27 for your winner and automatic qualifier to the round of 24 by 87 to 83 points. Congratulations to you, Ben, the prolific. Well done, Ben.
Thank you, sir.
Well done.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks to the judges as well.
At the end of that debate, did you think you would win?
Coming from the proposition, it was more easier to win on the proposition because I googled that topic and I discovered it was more easier to win on the proposition than on the opposition.
So you already felt that your opponent was at a disadvantage already.
To some extent.
Yes.
But I don't know how much work you will
put into it.
because your opponent can also put in more work and bring in a surprise.
Yeah. There are two debates today that are unwinnable. Two debates. Unwinnable. One is you would understand. One has to do with the Champions League final. Somebody has to argue that Inter Milan played better than PSG or in the Champions League final. The topics don't always have to make sense, but yeah, it's what you bring. Peter, well done. I love your mind and how it works and how you deploy stats. It breaks my heart that you lost, but you are evidently an enlightened mind. Are you disappointed that it didn't go to plan?
Well, I prefer because the time was a little bit small, so I wanted to drop what is not so usual.
Yeah.
Like a friend will say that it's better to make it simple.
Yeah.
I decided not to make it simple.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to pick from the top three. I wanted to go to the top of, so not from the low-hanging fruit really. So I rather noticed I didn't have enough time.
Yes. Time management is the thing. If you notice, on the majority of the judges' scorecard, you lost round one. You know why? Your introduction was too lengthy. And you had spent almost half your time in their introduction before you now started making your points. You managed to make 3. It was a good thing because I thought you would probably at best be able to make 2. You were able to squeeze 3. And I was sure you had more to make, but you'd run out of time. Meanwhile, your opponent had dropped 4 or 5. 6 or so.
6 points in
his
the
opening
first round.
So, again, this is a lost battle. But because it is down to the voters, we may still see you. If you come back, take this to heart. In that, especially in your opening, where the judges are trying to make sense of your ideas, your central ideas, that's when they are looking for your points more than at any time. So, give it out. You have 2 minutes, and I'm not going to add to it. You understand? If you want to do extra, push it to the banter round and hope that your opponent will let you talk. And then I would be magnanimous to add more time today. Not because I didn't think it was a worthy debate, but I think at the point where you guys stopped, you had exhausted each other. And there was no point. If I give you more time, it would just be to begin to repeat yourselves. All right? So well done, both of you. Congratulations to you. Ben, I would take a quick break. Or before we take a break, maybe you want to take a few phone calls and take some messages, Tony?
All right. So let's just to remind you, you can be a part of the conversation via YouTube and Facebook. We're streaming live at Nigeria Info 993. Just go up there and watch us live in the studio. Drop your comments. Let's know that you are there. We love to know that you are there. Well, Facebook, YouTube, Femi, we have quite a couple. Authentic Mike says, Welcome, Fat G. Let the battle continue. JC Hazard says Ben is going to make it in life. Says congratulations to Ben. On messages via WhatsApp says brilliantly delivered. Peter, what a fantastic representation. Says damn, the tension is high. Well, 08095975805. That's our WhatsApp line. Let us know that you're there. Be represented on the broadcast this exciting afternoon. 60 says, good afternoon, everyone in the studio. Says, happy Sunday, enjoying the battle. Thank you very much. Keep it coming. Well, this one says, hi, Nigeria Info. I'm with Ben. Ben is the man. 9/10 for me. And, well, Peter, 7/10 for me. So that's a fan just giving his own score as well. Well, you can also hit us up via the phone lines 020127709993, 0201465790. What you make of the battle which have just ended, and yeah, maybe you've got any word or words for either of them. We'll love to hear from you. All right, let's see who's talking to us. Hello. That's not good enough for radio. Call us back if you can. 0201-465-7190. Well, Faith from Bariga says, I'm enjoying the judge's perspective. Says Ben edged this one. All right, thank you very much. Well, this one is Bode from Surulere. Bode Thomas. Says, well done, guys. Enjoying the broadcast. I'm also watching live. I think Ben also edged this one slightly. Peter was unclear with some of his points, even though he's better outspoken. All right. Interesting. Let's see who's here. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, the voice of Lagos.
Yeah, Friday, let's hear you.
Yeah, congratulations to Oga. But I don't understand how Oga Femi managed to put the last two debates yesterday. It was like putting France, Argentina, Spain, and Germany in the same group of World Cup.
It's a draw.
Blind draw.
Yeah, draws.
Blind draw, no hot and cold balls now.
That's right.
How Oga Femi managed to put the four best debaters in the same group yesterday?
I don't know.
It surprised you.
It's blind draw.
There is a way. See, Oga Femi, if there is a way you did before the two that lost yesterday, white card. For me, because they can beat anybody on a good day.
I tell you, my brother.
Oga Femi, please, that you really paid me yesterday that one of them have to go out. He did they pay me now, Oga Femi.
Yeah.
I beg, not try do am again next time.
Okay. It gets how I go vote for some of them. There's the way you will vote for some of them that they will become automatic white card.
That's right.
If you choose to vote for some people, say we don't want this person. See the people we want here. Yeah, then so be it. So just vote.
You have the power to effect some change. All right. Thicket.com/fan battle. That's where you go to cast your votes with just 500 naira to support the talents out here. All right, more message. JC Hazard says on YouTube, I didn't miss live football, but the battle is still on. Thank you very much, JC Hazard. More messages via YouTube and Facebook. We're very much going to be reading all of that live on the broadcast. You can also hit us up via the phone lines 0201-277-0993 and 0201-465-7190. What do you make of this battle so far? We're listening. Well, Samsung from Aja says, good afternoon, guys. I'm enjoying the broadcast. Well done, Oga Femi, and to the battlers. This thing no easy. All right, thank you very much. Surely not easy, but it is possible. All right. So, it could be you next season. You never know.
Who knows? Who knows? All right. Gentlemen, so we can move on.
Okay.
We're going to have to pull the draw, but we are refining some of the topics. That's why you see me busy even while you are working. We're refining some of the topics, and I don't have enough time. So normally we'll pull that draw before Ben. You've already won. We'll ask you to stick around a little bit, so we'll perform the draw later on. As we begin to progress to the next battle. Okay,
yes,
just buy us some time. And Peter, as a reminder, you are not out. Lagos, Fickets.com. Peter has lost this battle, but did he give you enough to want to see him again? I would want to see him and hear him again because of his mind. I like the way his mind works. And again, we get better in these battles, especially when you're doing it for the first time. You pick the lessons, you apply them, you get better subsequently. So go to fickets.com/fan battle, fickets.com/fan battle, and look for the names. You will see the previous names from the previous days, but you will see Ben, you will see Peter, and then you will see the names of the next two. You will see Slim, you will see Adeshola. After that battle, to decide who you want to vote for, who you want to retain in the contest. Okay? Thank you very much. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, it will be time to get our second batch of contestants in the live studio.
You get what you sign up for when you join the dial.
We've always been victim to every situation.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.